All right, we'll go ahead and get started for the regular meeting in Zion Park District for 16 July. Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Pye?
Here.
Commissioner Brown?
Here.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Here.
Commissioner Magera? President Hartman?
Here. Okay. I'm going to need a motion to, I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting for the 18th of June. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to accept the minutes of the meeting June 18th.
The regular meeting and
The
the finance,
finance committee meeting,
both.
both of them.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, Secretary, please read the roll call.
Commissioner Buckholz?
Aye.
Commissioner Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Pye?
I
President Hartman?
Aye. Okay, I asked the tax assessor to come to the meeting tonight for a very important issue that we need to approve tonight. And I'll wait till we get to that business of order, and I'll let Larry explain to you. So that I'm not trying to explain something that I kind of understand, but not really understand. So I asked Larry to come, and again, once we get to that issue, then I'll let Larry explain to us, and then we'll go from there. And again, Larry, thank you for coming. Appreciate
No problem.
it. Okay. Guess we got no guests. All right, approval of the agenda, additions or deletions.
I think you could just move item number 9 to below item number 5. Then Larry can, we can talk about that
Okay.
before we do that other business, and then he can
Sounds good.
get out of here if he wants to.
All right, any comments from any of the commissioners?
Yeah, I'd like to mention the 4th of July. I thought it was, and I'm sure everybody will agree with me, I think it was a beautiful day. It was, everybody had a good time. We had really a good turnout, I think, from all the events. I think everybody agreed with me on that. I took several pictures. I got about 800 something pictures, and I know Tom and Mike did a fine job taking pictures and video.
Yeah, I think again, the 4th of July was an absolute success.
have a really big role to fill.
Well,
Were there a lot of
Do you wanna
people
know how many
compared to
hours?
last year?
yeah, it was
I think it was down, actually.
You think so?
I do. You know, when we get around fireworks time, the park, well, Shiloh Park was very full all day, which is the same as it was last year. Lots of picnics. The baseball brings a lot of people over there. The fishing tournament was very successful. So that has, you know, as we've done that, this is the third year it's improved. I think down here, though, next to the band shell was lighter all day than it was last year. But it was a Saturday, long weekend, because a lot of people had Friday as their holiday from work. And I think that probably affects our turnout, although it was the same last year. It was on Friday, so people had a long weekend. So
the weather, though.
the weather was beautiful.
We did good with the weather.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was awesome. And I walked around most of the day, and I heard a lot of favorable comments about it. So I think it was, again, a success, and it's attributed to what the staff we have here and why we're so successful.
I have one comment. Why did we start so late? Not everything.
We changed it last year to starting at 3 o'clock because we had bands playing at noon and 1 o'clock and no people here in the park. And
And the
so we were
sunburst turnout.
expending big dollars, and really we're not playing to a crowd of people. We were even talking about maybe starting later next year because that 3 o'clock bands, the 3 and the 4:30 bands, there was very, very light attendance for those. So it's really just a way to kind of make it more economical and play to when the people are coming. They're coming for the fireworks is the main draw, I think. So
I think the fireworks was excellent too.
the fireworks were good. It was a new company, and we were very pleased with the result of the fireworks. Huh?
Fireworks looked lower for me. Well, I was thinking, but I did like the fireworks.
This is what I didn't understand, that word. LUM.
Lumina is the name of the company.
Okay, that's what I kind of thought.
It's a new company, so that's their name.
Are they
Lumina,
local? Are they far away? Or are they?
Chicago.
That's great. That's great.
They're an Illinois company, which is better than the other one was a Wisconsin company, and they always had a hard time finding an Illinois licensed pyrotechnician to light them off, which is required by Illinois. So this is good because all their people are licensed in Illinois.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, we'll move along. We'll move number 9 up to actually number 6. And without further ado, Larry, please.
Okay, well, I think everybody knows who I am, the design assessor, and I'm the one that placed the value on the power plant. And I think if you guys have any questions, I'd rather answer some questions instead of giving you a whole spiel on how I did it. A little background on this is that this has been something I've been working on for probably 2 years to come up with a value with this. I haven't done this on my own. I've had a couple attorneys help me with this. Also, the Chief County Assessment Office helped me with this. In my opinion, I think this is a good deal until 2020, and then we can revisit it after that. But, I'd rather answer any questions that you guys have about this.
I think one of the things, if I could just interject, we did have a meeting with some of the taxing bodies and the assessor and the county assessor about this at City Hall. And some of the issues that came up that I think were probably questions that we had the last time when we talked about this was how this affects if there's any legislation moving forward on the storage of spent fuel rods there, and it really is totally separate from that issue.
Correct.
Was established at that meeting, that that's really two different things, so we don't need to be concerned that this is going to have an impact on that. The thing that I said the last time, that our attorney was one of the attorneys that worked through
Right.
trying to get this agreement in place, and I think that they really made a lot of effort to get this to the best possible outcome that they could get us to, based upon really what the true assessment values were. And Exelon came a little bit this way, especially in the first couple of years, I
Right.
think. And that 2020 is the next time when, there will be probably some discussion about what's going on
And
out
maybe
there.
by then, we can assess the personal property, or in 4 years from now, maybe we'll decide that it's not personal property. I mean, that's something that we really want to do. We want to be able to assess the canisters with the spent fuel rod in there. I tried that. That was my first plan of attack. I brought in a proposal to them, and they pretty much laughed at me and said, we can pick this up with a helicopter and we can take it away. But I think in 4 years, we're going to tell them, maybe that's what you should do then. If you're going to let this stuff sit here and ruin our lakefront and ruin everything, maybe in 4 years we better start charging them for some kind of impact fees, or maybe they'll be assessable by then, because they've been sitting there for 4 years.
Right, at least gives time to make some movement on the legislature, which is probably where you're going to have some movement happen in order for you to be able to assess it differently.
Right.
And so, these guys, their hands are somewhat tied by the statutes and the laws that are currently on the books, and I think everybody's going to work towards making those change over the lifetime of this agreement. And then we don't have to go to court every year over trying to
Right.
fight this out, which is just a waste of everybody's time
It's
and
not
money.
the time and money.
Money is
is the big issue. We could fight this right now if we wanted to. We can go out and get an appraisal. We can hire a specialty attorney, and we're going to be dropping $60,000 to $80,000 on this. I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. I think this is the best deal at this time that we can look for or want. Basically, what they did was there's a 2,000 square foot security building out there, and there's also a concrete pads about the size of two tennis courts, and they gave us they didn't give us. We negotiated $15 million value on that. I think that's pretty good. That's $3,000 a square foot or something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it's not the best deal, but it's a deal, and then we can move forward in the next 4 years.
And I know Senator Bush is really working hard down in Springfield to come up with a separate proposal, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's
they want
kind
some
of a-
kind of impact fees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from the assessment and the tax dollars, they're looking for some straight impact fees.
So that's a totally separate thing, and
Right.
By
that's,
signing this agreement, that doesn't stop any other kind of litigation or any kind of fees or anything.
Right. Any questions from any of the commissioners?
That was my primary question, at the last meeting was the legislation that Senator Bush had introduced was the impact fees that she was trying to bring forward. Was this agreement going to in any way negate her trying to bring about an impact fee? And if so, what would the results be?
Well, we had two attorneys. We had Jim Rock, and we also had Scott Nemnick, who are a lot smarter than I am,
Right.
and went over this line by line. And Melinda Bush is aware of this, and they're all saying no.
Okay.
So I'm just following their lead.
Okay.
yeah, I don't think anything is ever guaranteed, but,
Sure.
Right.
if I think that we're getting good advice from all the parties that are involved,
Right.
that this is good for the Park District to sign on to this.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
I can't wait. The one thing was confusing me. What page is it? $800 million? 100? You see what I mean?
What page are you on?
You're on, you're where the chart is for the tax year?
Yeah. Then the other page is 1,589,000.
Okay, that's a good point, because really this agreement is more on what the amount that they're going to pay in taxes. It really doesn't matter if I put a $10 assessment on it. They've agreed to pay this amount of taxes for the next 4 years. So, the value doesn't really matter. We've agreed upon the tax amount.
Oh,
So the first number that you're looking at, Jesse,
that
is
value.
the value.
Yeah.
And the second number is the actual tax dollars that they agreed to pay.
Then we read the box.
That's
And
okay.
I think the reason
Sorry.
they did
No,
this
no,
was
that's
because they wanted to have a
good
set
question.
amount. And, let's see, how nicely can I say this? Obviously, Zion's tax rate is going up and up and up, and they just wanted to be locked into a certain dollar amount per year. And that's
Before.
how we did it. So like I said, again, I could have put an assessment on it for $10, it wouldn't have mattered. They've agreed to pay this amount of taxes.
So just as a general clarification comment in my own mind, and maybe you can help me out with this. The federal government regulates how we control nuclear fuel, and the federal government owns the nuclear fuel rods themselves. This Exelon company, who used to be ComEd, has that property, and they manage what's going on and how it's being stored. The federal government won't allow them to move it to Yuma anymore, so we have to store it here.
I
Is
couldn't
that
have said it,
correct?
I couldn't have said it any better. That's
Okay.
exactly what's going
That-
on.
I think that's how I got that figured out. Because of that, we're stuck with fuel rods here. We can't do anything with the property. Because of that, this is how we came up with this agreement with Exelon. Because of that, Melinda Bush and other people want to help the city out through their piece of legislation, the city, the park district, all the taxing bodies who are attached to this area. Is that what we're at? Is that-
That's exactly where
Okay.
we're at.
I just had to,
Yeah.
I'm
Ask
gonna
an
have
additional
I'm gonna have
person.
you come in and explain this to people, because you did a great
well,
job.
it took
That's
me a
exactly-
while to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I had to ask a lot of people those questions independently, and it took me a while to formulate it.
That's exactly what's happening.
It
Okay.
is.
So, all right, all my questions have been answered, so.
Any other questions? Well, again, Larry, thanks for coming to the meeting.
Anytime.
Now, no more questions. I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the agreement.
I'd like to do it, but I don't know if I get the wording right.
It's okay. Make the motion on the Zion Power Station parcel agreement, that's what it's listed as.
I make the motion that we approve the agreement for the Zion Power Station parcel agreement.
Do I have a second?
I will second that.
Any further discussion?
Thought we had to read the whole thing.
Okay, Secretary, please call the roll call.
Commissioner Buckholz,
I,
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
I,
President Hartman.
Aye. Again, Larry, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys, I appreciate it.
And by the way, any commissioners have any questions at all, his door is wide open, so,
Also, this year is the quadrennial reassessment year, so all the values are gonna change. Every parcel in the entire township has been touched and is gonna change. It may go up, it may go down, so if you guys hear flack or anything, you wanna send them to my office, I have no problem with that. Okay?
all right.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thanks,
again.
Larry.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
whoa,
Whoa,
where were your office?
my office, City Hall.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, anything from the attorneys?
Nothing specific, to report.
Okay. All right, I entertain a motion to approve the bills.
I'll try this time. I'd like to, okay?
Yep.
See if I can say this right. I'd like to make a motion to approve the bills from, so we're supposed to read this here, right?
Yeah, just read
Am I reading the wrong one here?
This is,
Okay, for the bills, the total unpaid bills for $99,388.82. The grand total is $433,590.83.
I will second that.
Okay, Secretary, please call the roll.
Commissioner Brown,
Aye.
Commissioner Pye,
I,
Commissioner Buckholz,
Aye.
President Hartman.
Aye.
What page was that on? Oh, there it is, I see it, okay.
I was got to look
Okay.
at the thing too.
Director's report?
Okay, in addition to my written report that I gave you, I have a financial report from the 4th of July Festival to share with you. There's 4 of them, one for each of you. And we did pretty well this year, even though I do think that the turnout was a little lighter than last year. And that may just have been,
The Browns didn't bring their kids.
oh, that's what it was, right there.
I'm sorry, Michael.
The revenue actually was a little bit over what we had budgeted, so that was good. That really had to do with the fun fair and inflatables being up over what we had last year, so that was good. Light stick sales were very positive this year. Food booths were down a little bit, but we did get the grant from the city for the fireworks. The bands were a little less expensive than what we paid last year, but I thought we still had a very nice variety and that they all did a good job playing for us that day.
These, Marilyn, this concert productions, those sound service, those guys, they're superb.
Those guys are, they
They're
make
excellent.
it,
I
yeah.
met those guys, and they're there early and they leave late.
Yes, and they have been here for years, and they always do an excellent job, and they work really well with the musicians.
Yes.
It really is
Just wanted to
they're
say
a
that.
great group, yeah, to work with. Other than that, everything was pretty much the same. The fireworks, he did give us the same price on the fireworks, which was nice for a new company. $7,000 is not very much to pay for a show on the 4th of July because it's a premium day. I mean, that's the day they're all busy. So he did stick with that price for us. So our net loss was $4,000 less than what we had budgeted. And it was about $3,000 less than last year. So I think that we put on still a very nice day, a very nice event for the community. And we just did a little more economically this year. So that is really why we went to that later start, was that does save us some of the costs of the day. And the park was packed, so I
Yeah,
mean
it was.
that definitely,
Did you hear any rebuttal from anybody complaining because we started later instead of earlier
I
like
never
that?
heard anything
To
from
me,
them.
I mean, I didn't hear a thing.
no, I didn't hear anything either.
One thing, could somebody please pass on to Dave Osborne that I appreciate him keep me honest and let me throw out the first pitch at the games. I missed the first one and he let me know about it, and I appreciate that. And again, thanks for keeping me honest. I mean, I really appreciate what he did. So please pass that on to him, or I'll tell him myself. So thanks
Yeah.
again.
So that's the update, and I think that, really we did a great job again this year. So we're always looking to evaluate that event at the end with the staff, and we talk about different ways that we could, change it or make it better. So we've done that. The mayor's luncheon invitation was in your packet. This is something new the Chamber of Commerce is doing. Lunch with the mayor, Wednesday, August 26th at noon. We are a chamber member as the Zion Park District, so I can RSVP for anyone who would like to go as one response, and the Park District will cover the cost of it. So I just need to know.
I would like to have all the commissioners there. I think this is very important, and this brings back the unity between the park commissioners and the city council and the mayor. So I would, if by all chances, everybody please come to this. I think
Especially
this-
being the mayor is a former park board.
Yeah, this will be a
director,
great venue to get everybody together. So if you can please make your time, please come to it.
huh? Bill, you'll
So
all be there.
give Jesse, you're a yes.
Oh, I
Yes,
know you're definitely
I'm
You-
working, but I'm in town, so maybe.
I'll put you down as a yes. Just let me know if you can't go. I'll take someone else in your place. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Bill?
there. Yes, definitely.
You know I'll be there.
Yeah. So I'll find out if Cheryl can be there. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we have got things going on, but if you can make it all possible,
I could
please-
even go and
please go.
get called out of it, so.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So I'll put you down. So just if at the last minute, I'll just put someone in your place. The DCEO grant was the other thing I wanted to talk about. We did get a letter from the state that we are suspending our grant. Luckily, we had already received our grant, so I did send them a final report. When they release grant funds again, I think we may have to resend the final report, but the only thing that they could do now was actually ask us for money back, which I don't think is where this is at. I don't think that's what's going to happen. But there were a lot of grants out that they just, stopped.
Right.
So, so I think we're okay there, but we did get a letter because we hadn't done our final report yet. But we have been paid for the grant, so I think we should be good there.
Good to go.
Yeah.
What is the grant?
That was for heating, ventilating, air conditioning on this building. It was $300,000. So we got that just in the nick of time, I think.
Yeah.
Horvath is the company that is putting up the cell tower by the maintenance garage. They have started their construction. So they have optioned. We have a lease agreement with them that we signed a few months ago. So they have paid us for their option, which was $2,000 down. They have started their construction. We have the certificate of insurance. We have a surety bond. They paid us a $5,000 deposit. That deposit is just on hold until the agreement ends, which is actually in 25 years, unless it's re-upped. And we just hold that deposit in case they don't demolish the pole if they get out of the contract. So also in the agreement is covering our attorney's fees up to a certain dollar amount, so I have sent them a bill for that, so we will be getting a reimbursement, and they will start making their first monthly payment August 1st.
Great.
So that is moving forward, so that's good information. And then also Eric has worked with the auditors in-house already in June. We have the preliminary report that he's going through to make sure that everything is good. So hopefully Abdullah will be coming out in our August or September meeting to do the finalize, hopefully August, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Because we're going to do that bond issuance for our December big payment this fall, and we'd like to get Moody's rating service going, if we can, earlier than spring of next year, since we have made such great progress on our financial position from last year, and see if we can get some movement from them, which will just help us to get a better rate on the bonds. So we've really made a lot of progress to get that done as early as we can. We may be having him come as early as next month, so that would be a good thing. And I did include in your packets this information about the property tax freeze update. I haven't seen anything else, if any of these legislations have moved forward. You know, they're working on the budget right now, so I think this kind of is tied in with the budget, but they're still fighting it out down there. I don't think that anything is going to come out of this until the budget impasse is...
A real budget,
A real budget is figured
not
out.
a 30-day budget.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we'll see, but I'll keep you updated on those. And those you should get some emails from IAPD that have those updates
Right.
on them. And so it is something that we should be paying attention to.
Absolutely.
It could have an impact on
On
us,
us.
but,
Yep.
so that's all I have.
Any questions for Marilyn from any of the commissioners? Okay.
I have one, just
Please.
real fast. Where by the Park District Maintenance Building is the tower going?
It's actually going in the fence, right?
Southeast corner.
Southeast corner? Okay, I saw you out there earlier, I said you were looking at the fence, so I wasn't sure if you were on the northeast corner walking around with somebody, so.
I was on that was outside. The tower is going to be inside.
Inside the fence in the southeast corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're
just
putting
curious.
another fence around on the inside.
Correct, right,
Yeah.
that's normal.
I have the time on the whole.
Yeah.
One day.
Okay.
If we had
I'll
any
turn it over to them.
complaints besides a couple of guys from the city that were complaining about it because it was out the back door, which was silly.
No. I haven't heard anything, have you? I suppose when it goes up, we'll see if we get any, but I really think that people aren't even gonna notice it.
Guy says, I work all day and I want to go home and sit in my yard, I gotta look at the tower. I says, oh, come on. It's going to help my T-Mobile a lot, come on.
Yeah.
But I thought they going the northwest side.
Northeast,
Southeast,
South.
or southeast?
Southeast.
Southeast,
yeah. There's nothing over there in that corner,
right.
southeast.
You don't want to start getting pictures of it. It's just-
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Got it,
constructing
Jess?
already.
Southeast,
That would be the empty spot inside their lot where they would normally park maintenance vehicles and,
No,
And staff parking.
yeah.
up on the ramp?
Well, that is gone now. But yes, that corner.
Okay, okay. I get to look out there.
Okay, any other questions? No, thanks for the report, great report. And again, Eric, I mean, financial wise, leaps and bounds. I mean,
Good, I'm glad it's
we're
helpful.
really,
Good.
and little diagrams and really helps me. And I
Good, I'm
know it
glad it's
helps
helpful.
a lot of the commissioners. too,
Yeah, I like the graph.
Okay, good,
Look a lot easier.
good,
Okay,
good.
we need to go into the executive session.
So you need to make a motion to do that.
I need to entertain a motion that we go into the executive session.
I'd like to make a motion that we're going into executive session for July 16th, 2015. I'm going to read this. Well, thank you, sir.
Yes.
Exactly, for the purpose of the board discussing appointment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Illinois Open Meeting Act.
I'll second it.
Okay. We will go into an executive session.
Did I say that word? Pursuant.